Welcome to this explainer. Let's just jump right in, shall we? Today we're breaking down the exact, verifiable specifications of the EDTA-MIX-Granule product. If you're a potential buyer, maybe an agricultural procurement specialist or a farm manager, this is made specifically for you. We're going to cut right through the marketing fluff and look purely at the hard data, the exact chemical proportions, and the physical parameters you actually need to make an informed purchasing decision.
Now, we always have to start with the foundational question, right? The one driving every single agricultural investment. How do we ensure optimal crop quality? Because it's not just about dumping any old fertilizer into the dirt. It's really about getting the right nutrients in a format the plants can actually absorb and use efficiently. That bioavailability, that's the secret sauce for turning your fertilizer investment into actual, measurable crop yield.
And to answer that, we've got to look at the technology behind chelated fertilizers. Think of chelation as a highly efficient delivery mechanism. It basically binds essential micronutrients in a way that stops them from getting locked up in the soil. Instead, they stay totally available for plant uptake. It's an absolutely crucial mechanism for promoting robust, reliable growth and getting the absolute most out of your nutrient delivery.
All right, to give you the complete picture today, here's our quick agenda. 1. An intro to chelated fertilizers. 2. Appearance and basic parameters. 3. The nutrient proportions analysis. 4. Agricultural applications and benefits. And 5. Quality testing and conclusion. Let's keep moving.
So, Section 1. Intro to chelated fertilizers, setting the stage. Let's quickly look at why these specialized fertilizers actually matter so much for agricultural success and your bottom line. As you likely already know, chelated fertilizers provide massive baseline value. They directly promote crop growth, meaning they visibly improve the physical appearance of the plant, boost chlorophyll levels, and drive up that total yield. But it's not just about quantity. We're talking serious quality upgrades here. They actually enhance the internal composition, boosting vital metrics like vitamin C, sugars, and proteins, which is exactly why you see them so widely applied in high-value economic growth crops where quality literally dictates your market price. Moving into Section 2, Appearance and Basic Parameters, the physical proof. Let's shift away from theory for a second and look at the physical product itself, pulling the core parameters straight from the latest certificate of analysis.
Because seeing is believing, right? The official certificate of analysis explicitly specifies a pure green powder appearance, which perfectly matches what you're seeing on the left, right next to the granular form on the right. For a buyer, this kind of consistency in physical appearance is your very first indicator of solid manufacturing quality control, and these visuals confirm exactly what's sitting in the testing docs.
Now here's a crucial point for your logistics and inventory management, an impressive 2-year shelf life. And this specific test data comes from a substantial 5,000 kilogram production batch manufactured back in March 2025. Knowing you have a full 24 months of stability, that allows you to confidently buy in bulk without sweating over immediate product degradation.
What's actually really interesting on this next point is the combo of practical packaging and chemical stability. First off, it comes in a super manageable 1 kilogram bag format, makes field distribution and precise mixing incredibly easy. But second, and honestly way more important for your soil chemistry, the pH level of a 1% solution tested right at 7.7. The spec range is pretty broad, from 3.0 up to 10.0, so hitting 7.7 means it's sitting right in that optimal, slightly alkaline sweet spot. It's highly versatile for various agricultural setups. Okay, Section 3, Nutrient Proportions Analysis, the Chemical Guarantee. Let's dive into what is arguably the most critical part of this explainer for any potential buyer, the exact chemical makeup and proportion analysis of this specific batch.
This data right here, this is the star of the show. If you're buying fertilizer, this is exactly what you want to see. Just look at the specification column versus the actual test result column. For zinc, the spec is 5.0%, the test hit 5.1%. Iron requires 4.0%, it tested at 4.2%. Manganese and boron both require 2.0%, and both tested at 2.1%. Even copper and molybdenum hit their exact targets of 0.5% and 0.2% respectively. What this ultimately proves is that for every single microelement, the actual test results consistently meet or even slightly exceed those rigorous in-house specs. There's absolutely zero underdosing happening here.
If we just focus in on the highest concentrations for a second, to understand the primary drivers of this mix, you clearly see zinc and iron leading the pack at 5.1% and 4.2%. And crucially, testing confirms that these heavy hitters, along with the manganese and copper,
are definitively in that highly absorbable chelated EDTA form. That means you aren't just dumping heavy metals into the dirt. You're delivering highly mobile, plant-ready nutrients exactly where the root systems need them.
Section 4, Agricultural Applications and Benefits, the field impact. We've verified the absolute chemical guarantee of the product, so let's see how these specific, verified ingredients actually translate to real-world field impact. So, what does a guaranteed 5.1% chelated zinc and 4.2% iron actually do for your crops? Well, it triggers deep, systemic improvements. It increases the soluble solids within the plant, which directly impacts weight and flavor. It significantly enhances post-harvest storage quality, which obviously reduces spoilage and protects your profits. It helps regulate nitrate nitrogen and fundamentally boosts the overall trace element content of the final harvest. Now, just for total transparency, the official documentation doesn't isolate specific regional data for areas like, say, Southeast Asia. But honestly, the proven chemical makeup guarantees these powerful quality improvements universally, regardless of where exactly you're farming.
Finally, Section 5, Quality Testing and Conclusion, the verdict. Let's bring all this verified data together and look at the final verdict straight from the Comprehensive Quality Analysis Report.
Here is the definitive conclusion, quoted word for word from the official Certificate of Analysis. Conclusion: quality of this product conforms to requirements of in-house specifications. For a buyer, that single sentence is pure risk mitigation. It gives you complete, documented confidence that the EDTA-MIX-Granule product you're sourcing adheres strictly to the highest manufacturing and chemical quality standards. Every percentage point promised is a percentage point delivered.
So we've seen the visual proof, we've walked through the precise nutrient proportions, and we've reviewed the official testing verification. Knowing these exact specs are verified to meet and even exceed baseline requirements, I'll leave you with this final thought. How will you leverage this level of chemical precision to completely redefine your agricultural yields and crop quality this season? Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I hope this hard data helps you make a confident, highly informed decision.